Welcome to the Drew Deek Show post-game edition. The Montreal Canadiens bounce back with a 6-2 win over the Vancouver Canucks. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Getting this video out a lot earlier than I have been lately. I've been releasing videos about 2, 3 in the morning, and this is much better. So welcome to the show, guys. If you're first time tuning in, going to do a Habs post-game breakdown here, doing as little cuts as I can. I really enjoy doing, by the way, guys, the videos, the post-game videos that have a lot of edits and are entertaining, of course. But tonight, trying something a little different. I've said it before that I'm going to do a one-take video, and I usually do a few. But anyway, here we are. So going to break down this game for you with the Habs and Canucks. Canucks really looked just lost tonight. I kind of tweeted out that I think that there could be a job opening or a few in Vancouver very soon, just the way things are going there. Victor Mete, coming into this one, playing his first game, looked pretty rusty, was on the ice for both goals against, and of course that's not the main theme of this game, but in terms of Victor Mete coming into this game and trying to make an impact and just get his legs under him, it was a little bit of a difficult night for him. I thought that he could have had a better night, to say the least, but all in all, glad to see Josh Anderson back, and he makes an immediate impact in this one, right? He comes into the game and just gets the puck in with Suzuki and Duran and helps Suzuki have an easy tap in pretty much for the first goal. But when Josh Anderson was out of the lineup Saturday, when he came out of the game with flu-like symptoms, one of the first things I thought was, hopefully he's not injured, and he wasn't. But how big of a difference how different does this lineup look with Josh Anderson in it? He's just making an immediate impact with this team. The team just looks plain different without him. And Montreal putting up a nice barrage of goals tonight, of course, but just a nice overall feel of this game, and especially from the fourth line. Every game, there seems to be just a bit more energy and jump from them and confidence. Paul Byron, Arturi Lehkonen, and Jake Evans at center. And they're just, again, Evans just looks like he's been in the league longer than he has, and it's just a thing about confidence. When you got it, and it shows. So Arturi Lehkonen playing an amazing game, getting another shorthanded goal for Montreal. That's Montreal's 6th shorthanded goal this season. They had 6 all of last year in 71 games, and they've got 6 in under 10 games this year. So that's pretty awesome to see that, and just the aggressiveness of Lehkonen on the penalty kill. I think we all have a big heart for Arturi. There's something about his game, and when we see him get rewarded, we just love seeing it. So, not a busy night for Carey Price. A great new mask on him. I didn't even know that Carey got a second mask, by the way. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but I love the look of this new one. Just a beautiful design on that baby, and didn't have a hugely busy night for Carey, of course, which is nice, and he'll be even more rested tomorrow, as Jake Allen will likely get the start in this next game against Vancouver. But what is going on with these Canucks? I mean, you got to feel for Canucks fans a little bit right now. It's amazing how quick the narrative can change for a team that was looking like the next Canadian Cup contender, and then now they're looking almost as bad as Ottawa, and that's the only team they've really beat. And just going to be some changes, I think, coming to the Vancouver Canucks. And honestly, a game like this, though, for Canucks fans, I can relate, is that when this bad of a game happens, or a sequence of bad games happens, change is a good thing. So when Bergevin was going through those tough times with the Canadiens, before Pacioretty was dealt, the year that we lost Markov and Radulov, it was very clear that changes were needed, and I expected them to come, and they came maybe a season or two later. So for Canucks fans, I mean, I don't know exactly what the weakest part of the team is, but I can tell you that some changes definitely are going to be coming. Coaching staff, I don't know if the GM is going to be on a short leash here, but definitely seems like the coach may have lost the room. I don't know for sure, but you just kind of go by impressions. So rolling 4 lines on the Montreal Canadiens is not something that you've been able to see for a long time. So that's probably the most refreshing part about this new squad. I did find, though, that this game almost went too well for the Habs. It's kind of one of those things where things are going so well that you expect at some point that things are going to crack, or there's going to be some sort of, lapse in defense, and Victor Mete was kind of the victim of that tonight. So I got to say, I don't want to say it out loud, but I did think it. I'm going to say it out loud, but nothing against Victor Mete, the person. I just don't know that we're going to miss Victor Mete if he does get traded. And as sad as that is to say, nothing against him, the person, but it just seems like, I don't know if it's too little too late. I mean, the Montreal Canadiens D is just deep enough right now. They do need depth if somebody goes down, but I don't know. I mean, it's up to Marc Bergevin what he wants to do. Pat Brisson, Victor Mete's agent, can do and say whatever he wants, but he's not going to get moved until Marc Bergevin says he's going to get moved. Bergie's all about value, right? So there's still some value in Victor Mete. I would like to see him play again tomorrow night and have a better game. I think that everybody would, and if he's showcasing, if Bergevin is showcasing Mete to other teams right now, I think a lot of folks would expect that Mete needs to have a better game tomorrow if he's going to have some sort of interest from other teams around the league. Can somebody please tell Alex Romanov to shoot more? I don't know, is it just me or did you guys notice that Romanov needed to shoot the puck a lot more? And even at the end of the game, he gets a 3-on-2, could have done whatever he wanted, still makes a pass that doesn't go anywhere. But Romanov, you got to shoot, man. Like, that kid's got to shoot more on the power play for the Canadiens. If they're going to use him on the power play, you need to shoot the puck, man. That's just one of the observations I made about his game. And Jeff Petrie, there's already Norris talks about Petrie, you know. I mean, the best defenseman on the team. I said it in my top 10 video with the top 10 trades and acquisitions that Bergevin has made just last week. But there's just so much to Jeff Petrie's game that you have to like. Yeah, the offensive, touch that he had tonight. Perry getting another assist. Perry's 800th point, by the way, assisting on Petrie's second goal tonight. But Jeff Petrie, man, like, just such a complete defenseman in every aspect. And he's getting older, but he doesn't seem to be getting any worse. He just seems to be progressing. And it's just fun to watch him play. Just closes off plays, kills plays so well. Offensively, fantastic. Defensively, reliable. Checks well. I mean, he doesn't check dirty. He checks well in the sense that he just makes smart plays to take guys out of plays. Everything about him is just intelligent, and you just got to love everything that you see from Jeff Petrie. So, hate to pick on him. I'm not picking on him, I wouldn't say, but I still notice that Jonathan Drouin still, when the Canadiens get a lead, he just has to be better in his own end, trying to clear the puck out of his own zone. A couple of plays there where I thought that, it could have turned into a scoring chance, but I know we pick on Drouin a lot. We want to see him do well. He had some nice plays tonight too, especially on the first goal. He shot the puck purposely away from the net to make that chance happen for Anderson and Suzuki. But anyway, that's all I'm going to say about Drouin. I'm going to leave it at that for now with him. But the Canadiens are going to roll into another game tomorrow night with Vancouver. I'm really curious to see Vancouver's response in this next game. Really curious to see how they're going to respond. I just don't know what they're going to do. I think Holtby will, of course, not be in, but I don't know why they didn't pull him earlier. There was one observation I made tonight that I thought was a little bit unique, and that was simply the fact that the NHL wanted to make this game more entertaining with more goals. That's why we see more power plays, more penalties being called. But the baby slashes that they call, the baby hooks, some of the questionable tripping calls, I find it interesting that the league is okay with making those calls more frequent, but that headshots are perfectly okay. Did anybody notice that? Can somebody explain to me why the NHL wants to make the game more exciting, more interesting offensively? I get that, but not protect players when they get shots to the head or even something close to it. That never has just made sense to me whatsoever. So I would love to hear your guys' thoughts about that one. I've mentioned this already, but with the Canadian division looking the way it is, I'm really looking forward to seeing how the Canadiens play against teams like Winnipeg and against Toronto again, Calgary. I just don't know who is really a threat in this North Division other than maybe Toronto. Winnipeg we haven't seen. Edmonton, when McDavid and Draisaitl are on, they're good. Otherwise, question mark. And Calgary, I think, will continue to improve throughout the season, but I just hope that we don't lose any more entertainment value in this division. But it is what it is, and we're going to take it. We're still in a pandemic, but this North Division, I don't know how other divisions are feeling right now, but I just hope that, again, the credit is still given to each team that comes out of these divisions when they advance into the playoffs and then, of course, into the Stanley Cup. Do you think the Canadiens are as good as they look, or do you think the Vancouver Canucks are as bad as they look tonight? Thanks for tuning in to the Drew Deek Show post-game edition, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow night.